Hi, Chris. It's great to be talking to you. How are you doing today, my friend?
I'm fine. It's cold outside. I'm sitting here in my studio and doing interviews the whole day.
Yeah, looks like a great plan, man. And Bone Collector is your Gravedigger's brand new album, really released on the 17th of January, this Friday, just in time to celebrate your 45th anniversary. What can you reveal about that album to your fans?
I think it's a really classic heavy metal album from Gravedigger, and I think that we brought back a bit the spirit from the 80s. People say it's old school or back to the roots, but I think to call an album back to the roots sounds like you are nearly 70 years old or something like that. So at the end, I think it's a spirit of the 80s we brought back to the band again. And this is very important for us because 45th anniversary is a long time.
Yeah, it is, man. It is a long, long career. And I think it was filmed with the 21 albums. I think this is your 21st, right?
I think some say 21st, 22nd, 23rd.
Yeah, something
It
around that. I
depends
think.
what you call the regular album.
Yeah, because you
So
also had some compliments, some best offs along the way and stuff.
and re-recorded ones,
Yeah,
exclamation album. Yeah.
yeah,
So I don't know.
yeah, but
Something
something
about
around
it.
that. It's been a long career. What powers you to keep making quality heavy metal after so many years?
I think it's a love to this kind of music. You know, I when I grew up with heavy metal, I always wanted to be a heavy metal musician. First, I want to be a guitarist because Eddie Van Halen, you know, is one of my idols. But my possibilities were too less for this kind of job. And then I start playing bass. I'm the first bass player in Gravedigger. And when Peter Massong, the first guitar player, left his voice, lose his voice, then I start singing. And yeah, now I'm the singer of Gravedigger since 42 years, something like that. And I met Rob Halford 2 years ago at the Wacken Open Air. And when he saw me, he said, "Hey, Chris, you're a singer from Gravedigger, yes?" And I was, "Oh, wow, this guy knows my name. Great." And then we have a small talk. And I told him, "Hey, Rob, in the beginning of the 80s, I always was at the Judas Priest shows in the first row and standing in front of you and touching your boots and screaming the whole show, 'Rob, hey, Rob.'" And he started screaming and laughing. And we had a good time there. So, I'm a fan. I'm a fan too. And I bought a record player, a vinyl player for me for my birthday at the beginning of this year. And I start now listening to all the old stuff again. So I'm a fan too. I love heavy metal, and that is the power and the energy of a young guy.
Yeah, and that passion, I think it's possible to see it throughout all of your career. I think you always played and sang with passion throughout all of your career.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. And if you can make it also only the long time like we did, if you are addicted to this. If you
Yeah.
see it like a 9 to 5 job, you will quit one day. And we go this through our career, up and downs and all this stuff. And but at the end, it is the love to this kind of music.
Yeah, man, and I think you it's clear to see that you really love this kind of music, and this new album is a testament to it. You were saying that some people are saying that this is a return to your roots. Maybe that's connected with the fact that this is the first album ever in Gravedigger that has no keyboards whatsoever. Maybe that was a comeback to your more direct sound of the early 80s, maybe.
I don't know that we don't use any keyboards is because Toby is a guitar player. We don't need that anymore. Yeah, and we don't have these epic choruses like we did on Tunes of War or Knights of the Cross or Excalibur. And when we start writing the song, we say to ourselves, "Okay, we want to do a record straight in the face of the heavy metal fans. And at the end, it was not necessary to record any keyboards. And when we finished the album, we said, "Oh, we don't have any keyboards. So, hey, this is a good press new."
Yeah, and so how was the composition process for this album?
Oh, I made most of the songs together with Toby, the guitar player, and The Devil's Serenade and Killing Is My Pleasure is also composed as a third person by Jens Becker, the bass player.
And how do you come up with your songs? I mean, is this the same process that you did back in the 80s or throughout your career?
Back in the 80s, it was different to nowadays. In the 80s, we went into the rehearsal room. Everybody has a
Yeah.
six-pack of beer under his arm, and some weed in his pocket. And we start smoking weed and drinking. And then we said, "Hey, you have a guitar riff?" And yeah, I have a guitar riff. Oh, yeah, that's cool, man. Yeah. Okay, what we call this song? Oh, yeah, Heavy Metal Breaker. Wow, that's cool, man. You know? And that was a time when we were in the 80s writing songs. Nowadays, it's a little bit more professional. And Toby sent me the riffs, and I said, "Okay, this riff I like, this not, and we can develop a song from this kind of riff." And I have this lyric idea for a song, and then we need a song in this tempo, or we need a more faster song, or that is more professional than we record all this stuff in the 80s.
Yeah, it was a simpler time back then. You already mentioned Toby. This is the his first album with Gravedigger, but not his first album with you. With you, I think he played in your solo album with Hellhammer, I think, right?
It was Steelhammer.
Steelhammer, yeah, that's right. Sorry, my bad. When did the Toby's Gravedigger journey begin? When did he
It
join, and
was in, yeah,
how was
when
the
Axel
process?
left the band. It was in September 2023. Axel Ritt left the band because we had nothing more in the pipeline. Because sometimes you feel if there is a creativity between you and the people you're working with. And Axel and I, we were at the end, and then we separated. And Toby is more an old school guy because Axel was a good guitar player, but he was more based in this hard rock. He also came from hard rock. And Toby is totally based in this old school heavy metal stuff, and he has a lot of vinyl records from Running Wild, Rage, and all these bands. And he know when I say, "Okay, we need an old school song, let's go this way," or an old school riff, he know exactly what I mean. And for Axel, it was a little bit more, yeah, a problem to follow me in this direction.
Yeah, and maybe Toby already was a Gravedigger fan before joining Gravedigger, and that also helps probably.
For sure, he was a big fan. I was with when Toby played in on organ. We were on tour in 2011, and we had a lot of fun. And every time we met each other, we joked around, and it was totally uncomplicated, very yeah, easy feeling. So I think I'm happy that he is in the band.
Yeah, and I mean he did a brilliant job in this album, both in the riffs and in the song. I mean the songs are the highlight of the album, I think. Um, Now, what about the lyrical aspects of this album? What does it talk about lyrically?
It's some horror stories, some critical stories like The Rich, the Poor, the Dying is about the capitalism in the world, or Whispers of the Damned is a song about the commander of the concentration camp Auschwitz, or Killing Is My Pleasure is a song about Richard Kuklinski. He was a killer in the mafia in the 80s, and he was yes, it was a 9 to 5 job for him to kill people. He left his family in the morning, and then he killed some people, and then he came back. And it's a really crazy. I don't know if you saw this documentary. There's a nice documentary called The
Yeah.
Iceman,
Mhm.
and this guy was yeah, he was so brutal. And sometimes I don't like this attitude of this guy, but it is a little bit fascination how people can kill without any yeah, without any
remorse and
complaints
everything.
or any motivation or any feelings. So there's a new series on Sky in the moment. I finished yesterday. It was The Day of Jekyll, and it's also a very cool story about an killer. He don't have any feeling, and he has a family and everything, but they kill people like like we make music.
Yeah, it's a 9 to 5. And one of the songs that I really, really enjoy in this album is Mirrors of Fate. How did you come up with that song? Did it undergo a special treatment throughout anything, or just, business as usual?
It's a little bit. There are two aspects in the song. One is if I look into the mirror in the morning, I think, oh, I hate this guy. So this is a mirror of hate. No, on the other side, musically, there is a band from also from the 80s called World War III. I don't know if you ever heard of them.
No, not really.
Was they were based in LA, and he was a German singer called Mandy Lion. He looked like the Undertaker, and you have to research it. It's
Yeah,
really
well.
it was with Jimmy Bain on bass guitar
Hmm.
and with Vinny Appice on drums,
Oh,
and they have a song called "Love Me Till Death," and this is some kind of yeah a copy for us. Not we copied the song, but it was a little bit of inspiration to
mhm.
create this song. So that
Yeah,
was the
and
reason.
I really love the journey that it takes, starting a little bit, a little more sinister in that first verse and everything, and then powerful. I really, really love this song.
Growls.
Yeah, yeah, and maybe this is one of the songs that you are most looking forward to playing live. You have a new tour coming up now with Victory, I think. Do you want to go through a little bit of those plans?
Yeah, we start in 3 days here in Germany with this tour, and I think two legends together on tour. It's great. We have great pre-sale so far for this tour, and Victory is a great rock and roll band, and I think it fits perfectly to the band like Gravedigger. And yeah, I think that will be for the people a value for money. Yeah? Two bands for 35 euros here in Germany. It's nothing.
Yeah, it's
And
it's a very good deal, I think. And I remember talking with Herman Frank when their last Victory album was released back in September. I remember him saying the exact same thing as you're saying right now. So it's great to know that
yeah,
both your values are aligned in this.
yeah, and I think for the people, it's a great event, and there's nothing to complain about. We have a good support band also here for the first two weekends. We have Rigorous from the band near from Cologne here, and then we have Warwolf, which is classic with Iron Maiden influences. So yeah, we are looking for that.
And so far, it's just German dates, I think, or Central Europe. There are no Portuguese dates announced.
No, no, we have only German dates and then one in Switzerland, and nothing else is planned so far. But we will see if this
Yeah, I mean,
works so well. We as expected. Perhaps there are other countries interested.
it would be great to have you here in Portugal. I know the traveling costs are high for event touring and everything because we're far away from everything. But would it be great to have you here? In which of these the songs from Bone Collector are you most looking forward to playing live?
We play Kingdom of Skulls and The Devil's Serenade and Killing is My Pleasure. The
Yeah,
three
and
things.
any nervous about those songs so far? I mean, you've done this for 45 years, but
Oh, we play also other classic stuff. We play one of from the Knights of the Cross. We didn't play the last time. I don't know if we ever played it live. It's The Keeper of the Holy Grail. And we play some old school stuff also from the Reaper album and Under My Flag and The Grave Dancer from Out of Darkness.
yeah, man, you always manage to create great set lists, and I'm sure this will be one more. Um, just one thing, after 45 years of career, your voice is sounding better than ever. What do you do to keep your voice so healthy and sounding so fresh every time?
I have sex the whole day. No, I stopped drinking and smoking 24 years ago, and I'm a lucky guy. And I think if you are a lucky guy, you are always in a good mood. And if you can do what you love, that is it's a gift to your life, you know.
Yeah,
So that keeps me in shape. But I also have to take care about not meeting 100 people before a tour, you know, and joining them and have party and everything. So in the morning, I was at the doctor, got some vacation, some how we call it,
that makes sense.
yeah, vacations and for the Grippeimpfung and yeah, let's see.
Yeah, just to make sure that nothing.
Because if you are with 10 people more in the nightliner, it's always tricky, you know.
Yeah, yeah, it is always tricky. And did you adopt any new technique or try anything new for this album regarding your singing?
No, I have my own studio since 4 years here, and I work a lot here, making lots of other bands. And from month to month, I got more experience in that, and I love to do it. And it's so good to make all the things by yourself because you have time, you can do some experiments and checking out new things. And I think if you listen to the development from Symbol of Eternity to the new album, we have a much better sound and also the guitar sound, the bass, the drums, and the vocal sound. I think it's much better than the last album. So I'm heading out for the next one. We also have the main title of the album. We have a cover idea, and we have the release date for the next album. So
Already?
yeah,
Can you reveal any of those?
no,
Not yet.
no.
Yeah,
The
man.
next album will be released in exactly 2 years. So
Yeah, January of 2027.
yeah, but
Yeah,
we
but
have the title and we have the cover idea, and we also that is a funny thing because a lot of people complain about our artwork. You know, it's AI and blah blah blah.
yeah, it really
But
looks like AI, but I think it wasn't, right?
yeah, but at the end, it's the people looking for details. You know,
Yeah,
to find out if it is AI or not. But you have to see the complete one, and I think it's awesome, you know. And I like this old school style of the cover.
yeah,
When I start working with that, you know, somebody told me, oh, there is a program called AI, and you can make also pictures with that. And I said, okay. Then I sat on my computer and looking for Microsoft. Oh, Bing. Okay, that is. I try that, and then I get step by step and make in 2 days. I make around 600 covers. I couldn't stop. I was so addicted to this program, you know. And then I after 600 covers, there was the only cover. What you see now is the basic of that was in between 600 covers, and then we start working on that. But to be honest, when artists start with Photoshop, a lot of people complain, "Oh, that shit, that's
yeah.
not. You are not an artist. You fuck you." And nowadays, the people complain about AI, but in 1 year, nobody will cry about that because
Yeah, it's
the
possibly true.
artists,
Yeah,
yeah, the artists who also use AI, you know, they
yeah,
start making pictures and then they paint it in the computer. And so at the end, we have to go with this development.
yeah, exactly. We have to roll with the times. And personally, as I am someone with the zero artistic talent for drawing or for painting, AI is a lifesaver. I mean, when doing any design or anything, AI is a lifesaver for sure. But what indications did you give to the artist that actually made the cover? I mean, did you just send them one of your AI drawings and told him to?
No, I sent him the AI picture and I said, okay, we have to change this. And but or I also made a lot of changes by myself. And the guy in Brazil did also some changes. And that was we used AI as a tool, you know.
Yeah,
The other artists too. And but people say there is a bird who is completely with a tree, and I said, what the fuck they are seeing there, you know? The,
You
but
know, there are some things in the image that you could, if you pay attention to them, those details, you could say, oh, this looks like AI, but the bigger picture, it isn't.
Yeah, but I know that Gary King used AI, Dyside used AI, all these artists use AI, and they got also the shitstorm. So fuck off.
Yeah, man, it's a changing world. Now, just to finish, this is a question I usually ask to bands that have some back catalog and can actually answer. If you had to rate all the albums that Gravedigger ever released, on which position do you think Bone Collector would be?
I think it belongs to the first five.
Yeah, and the other four would be in that case.
I think it's Heavy Metal Breakdown, then Tune the War, The Gravedigger, Bone Collector, and Return of the Reaper.
Yeah, I think I pretty much agree with those, I think, from what I know your career. Well, Chris, thank you so much. It was an honor to have you here. Would you like to send any message to your Portuguese fans?
I hope that we see each other very soon. Hope this year or next year on a festival again, and then we rock your ass out.